Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2021 Jeffy Awards. What are the Jeffy Awards? They're the Jeffman 316 Pop Culture Awards given for the best and worst in pop culture entertainment in 2021. And here's your host, me, Jeffman 316, your pop culture reporter. Welcome back to the Jeffman 316 Custom YouTube channel. I'm your host, as always, like I said, Jeffman 316, and welcome to the inaugural edition of the 2021 Jeffy Awards. Every year from now on, as long as I'm on YouTube, I'm going to give my awards for the best and sometimes worst in pop culture entertainment. That includes movies, action figures, anything that I see deemed worthy at the time. That does mean sometimes you get the worst. See, I got a little frowny face on there. See, they're not always the best, but most of the time it's going to be the best. So before I get into my awards for the best and sometimes worst in pop culture for the year 2021, and I know it just ended and we're in 2022, been a little busy, but I wanted to go ahead and post this during the first week of the month, and then let's get off 2022 with a bang, and hopefully we'll build this channel together. How we're going to do that, you're going to like this video, you're going to subscribe to the channel, you're going to comment down below. Let me know what you think about the categories. Let me know what you think about my choices and some choices you would have made. And then, hey, after you subscribe, on your way out the door, make sure you hit the notification bell and you'll be the first to know when I post new videos like, hey, anything from now until the 2022 Jeffy Awards. So without further ado, let's get into these awards. And what are we waiting for? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Jeffy Awards, featuring the awards for the best and worst in pop culture entertainment for 2021. So like I said, these are going to be my awards for the best and sometimes worst of 2021 in the realm of pop culture. We're going to start out with something who's pretty big on the channel. I do a lot of Steelbook purchases, and then I also do a lot of reviews for them on the channel. So I'm going to give you my best Blu-ray and then 4K Steelbook of the year. And best one of the year might come as a surprise to you because I haven't even reviewed it on the channel. Haven't had time, but I picked up the Friday the 13th 8-movie collection on a Blu-ray. And it's in a Blu-ray Steelbook. It comes with the digital copies also. It comes with some cool poster art, or whatever you want to call it, art cards from the movie. I haven't just shown this, like I said, on the channel, but I will be. I'm going to be unboxing this soon. But this is going to be my Blu-ray pick for the best Blu-ray Steelbook of 2021. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. So now we're going to pick my favorite 4K Steelbook, and the best 4K Steelbook goes to John Carpenter's The Thing. If you go back and check out the video, you'll see the artwork on this and what an amazing job I thought they did on it. It's one of those continuous ones with the art on the front and the back. I'm not going to open it here, but the transfer of the movie is amazing. So this gets my best Blu-ray Steelbook of the year. You get the Jeffy Award for best Blu-ray Steelbook in the 4K category. So Friday the 13th was for Blu-ray. I'll give you another look at that. That gets the Jeffy for that, for Blu-ray. And The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and the Best Buy exclusive gets the Jeffy for the 4K Steelbook. So what's the next category, you might ask? I'm going to go ahead and say that a lot of people are using the buzzword of boutique titles, and that's usually like smaller distributors like Severin, Arrow Video. I wouldn't say Scream Factory now, because I think they've gotten a Shout Factory. They've gotten a little too big, but maybe Vinegar Syndrome, things like that. So everybody else is probably picking their best of, and they're going to just pick the same old humdrum like horror titles. I'm going to pick something different that you haven't seen on the channel, but I've enjoyed lately. It's The Little Rascals, the classic flicks restorations. This happens to be volume 3. Of the 3, if you can only pick up one, this is the one I would recommend. It's the introduction of the Spanky character. There's the back cover. I haven't finished watching this yet. I've only got a couple more to watch, but when I do, I think I'm going to review this one on the channel and let you guys know why I think it's so great. But for right now, that's going to be my boutique title of the year for 2021. The restoration classics of The Little Rascals, particularly volume 3. You didn't see that one coming, did you? So my next pick is going to be what I call a catalog title of the year, and you might have already seen a sneak peek, but my catalog title for 2021, my favorite one is King Kong. the 1976 Dilo De Laurentiis, is that how you pronounce it, classic, featuring Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. I was really surprised to get this release from Shout Factory, and it even includes the TV cut with extra scenes that even I remember from when I was a kid. It's got the classic artwork also. I've already flipped it over, so I get both. You get their new artwork, you get the classic poster art. I always loved that. I don't know if you guys remember that artwork there. It was amazing. They did some trading cards with those. Check out the channel. I opened up a pack. This is going to be my catalog title of the year. I was so surprised to get it, and especially with the TV cut. So bravo, Shout Factory, you get my catalog title of 2021. So the next one, if you look back at some of my videos that I showcase on the channel, I do a lot of movie hunts, and particularly I've been going and getting the Dollar Tree titles. And so I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know of some my most popular, my favorite, the best Dollar Tree title of the year. So here is my award for the best pickup that I had at Dollar Tree. It is the movies Breaking and Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. I would have never thought that we would have seen a re-release of these by MGM, and especially I wouldn't have thought I would have found them in the Dollar Tree. Actually, if you take a look at it, the video, I didn't find Breaking in there. I did find Breaking 2, and I got multiple copies because I gifted somebody one of those for Christmas. But I did find Dollar Tree titles, and somebody else found it, and I traded for Breaking, so now I got both of them. So Breaking and Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, especially the second one, because that was the one that I found personally. That's going to get my Dollar Tree find of the year for 2021. I just think that it was great that the MGM released a lot of these catalog titles anyway, and then to find them in the dollar store was even better. I'm going to give my award for the best special edition or box set of the year. I'm not going to pull the title out. It's stored away on my shelves, but I've got a video of it, so I'm going to show you a screenshot of it. It's going to be Scream Factory's Halloween 1 through 5 releases, and I'm going to say all 5 because I ordered the group. I got the 5 movies in 4K. The second and the third one just look outstanding because of how good they look. That's one of the reasons I wanted to give this award to that set. I also got the vinyl records with some soundtrack clips from the first 3, and I got an enamel pin set. So the Scream Factory Halloween 4K release, that gets my box set special edition of the year. I don't know how you can go wrong with that. Thanks Shout Factory / Scream Factory. So now we're going to go into a few movies that technically aren't physical releases, or at least some of them haven't yet. I'm going to give my award for the most disturbing movie of the year. Let me straighten my bow tie up for you a little bit. So my award for the most disturbing movie of the year, and so I guess it gets the positive, even though if you watched it you might frown yourself, is going to go to the movie Titane. I mentioned that movie in one of my disturbing videos as far as my picks for the most disturbing movies during the Halloween season. I think I picked 3 movies in that video, and Titane was one of them. It is an epic, disturbing movie of the year. I'm not going to give too much away of it, but let's just say there's a lady that has sex with a car and she gets pregnant.
Say what?
So Titane gets my most disturbing movie of the year. So my most outstanding theatrical release of the year came down to 2 choices for me. I've actually seen quite a few movies in theaters this year now that we've been able to get back into the theaters. And it came down to, I'll go ahead and tell you, it was Ghostbusters Afterlife and it was Spider-Man No Way Home. The nostalgia almost got me with Ghostbusters Afterlife, but after rethinking about it, I'm giving my award for the best theatrical release of the year to Spider-Man No Way Home. Not only did it provide me with the best version of this Peter Parker and Spider-Man from the Marvel / MCU, especially how it ends, I'm not going to spoil it, but it went back and corrected a lot of the things that I hated from the Andrew Garfield 2 movies. Some of the things that happened in there, they at least addressed in this, and they also made you feel a little better about some of it. And the Tobey Maguire trilogy, especially that god-awful 3rd one, that had some good qualities about it, but it was mostly trash, especially the way they did Venom. But I think they go ahead and they make you feel a lot better about how the trilogy and then the 2 movies from Andrew Garfield, how you feel about those. It put a big bow around it, and it brought Spider-Man down to a place where I think the next movies that he's in are going to be the best ones yet. So my theatrical movie of the year for 2021 goes to Spider-Man No Way Home. So then that leads me to my most disappointing, or the worst theatrical release of the year, and I've actually since got a physical copy of it. It goes to the Many Saints of Newark, who made Tony Soprano the continuation, or actually the prequel, I guess you would say, to the Sopranos universe. I didn't see it at the theater, but I know people who did, and they were disappointed. And then I saw it on video on demand, and I saw it on this video. It didn't get any better when I watched it, maybe a little bit, but I got this for Christmas, and don't tell the person I didn't like the movie. They didn't know that. They thought I liked The Sopranos. So either way, but this is going to get my worst movie of the year just because of the level of disappointment that I had, thinking I was going to get the next great chapter in the Sopranos saga, but I didn't. So that gets the worst theatrical release of the year. So now we're going to move on to video on demand. Those are movies that technically were exclusive to video on demand or came out on video on demand because of what was going on in the world. So I'm going to give my best, so we're back to the best, the smiley face here. I'm going to give my best video on demand release of the year to Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was released on HBO Max. I was so looking forward to it, and it did not disappoint. Everything that was wrong with the original theatrical release of Justice League, Zack Snyder fixed. So Justice League Snyder Cut on HBO Max gets my video on demand movie of the year. And let's see, my most disappointing video on demand movie of the year is going to go to Coming to America, the most useless, unnecessary sequel to a classic comedy you would ever see. Other than maybe, I guess, I haven't watched that stinky ass Home Alone movie that I heard was hot garbage, but these are movies that I saw. So I'm giving it to Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America. The Eddie Murphy movie was such a disappointment. I was going into it with high expectations. Hot garbage. You get the most disappointing, worst movie of the year on video on demand, Coming to America. Shame on you, Eddie Murphy. So now we're going to move on to the category of action figures. And you know I do a lot of toys here. So this is actually going to get a Jeffy for the best AEW action figure of the year. And there was a lot to choose from. There was a lot of Amazon exclusives, some ringside exclusives, but I went with one just because of how epic it looks, and just I opened one of the figures and just how good it looked in person. The AEW action figure of the year is going to go to the Sting from the Luminaries series. These are from the, I think it's Unmatched. Yeah, is the collection. I guess there'll be other Luminaries, I'm not sure, or maybe it's just him. I love the blue foil packaging. It's got one of the greatest scans of Sting ever on an action figure. It's got his iconic shirt on. It's got the trench coat. It's got the baseball bat. And the artwork on this figure is amazing. I love his signature on it. This is probably my favorite AEW figure to date. I'm a big Sting fan. So bravo, Jazzwares. You get my award for the best AEW action figure of 2021 with Sting from Unmatched Series 2, the Luminaries. So now we're going to move on to the WWE Elite Figure of the Year. Now, most people would think I'd probably pick a Ultimate Edition, but I'm not, because part of it is the experience of a toy hunter of finding a figure. So my WWE Elite Figure of the Year that gets a 2021 Jeffy Award is Mattel's Legend Chase figure of Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. I found this figure in a toy hunt myself at Target. It's a Chase figure. It's really valuable. It was extremely hard to find at the time. I couldn't believe I found it, and I couldn't wait to get into the car and record the video from the hunt. The other figures in this series are Undertaker, Ted DiBiase, Tatanka, and Nikolai Volkov. So my Jeffy Award for 2021 WWE Elite figure goes to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, specifically the Chase version that I found in the toy hunt. Now on to my worst WWE Elite Figure of the Year. I'll actually tell you it came down to two that I bought towards the end of the year. One was the Hulk Hogan Survivor Series figure that was recently released. I didn't find one of those in stores, but I did find it I got it through Ringside, and the scan on the face was so bad, I just thought immediately that was going to be the worst figure of the year as far as the scan. And then you might have seen me post on one of my community posts on YouTube that a cheap figure right before Christmas that I ordered. I got it. I haven't included it in the video yet, so you'll see that tacked on to the end of the video, but you're getting a spoiler now. My worst WWE Elite figure of the year is going to this Elite Series 88 Trish Stratus figure. It is one of the worst scans I've ever seen on a figure. Hopefully you can see the face scan there. I'll bring it close. Look at the picture of Trish and look at the scan on that figure. This has to be one of the worst scans ever. Now I know the hat's cool. I know this is a chase version. I know the coat that comes with it is cool. The face scan on that figure is so bad that if Trish really looked like this, I don't even know that they'd have put her on television. That's how bad it looks. The figure I ended up getting from Amazon, I ordered the regular figure for like, what was it, 10, 12 bucks. And they ended up sending me the chase. So good for that. Bad for the scan. This is my worst WWE Elite figure of the year. You get a Jeffy for worst Elite WWE figure for 2021. Trish Stratus. So now we're going to do my favorite entertainment figure of the year. This comes from NECA, who make most of the good entertainment ones. So you get a Jeffy for Pop Culture Award of the Year for the best in entertainment action figures. It goes to Friday the 13th, Part 7, the New Blood Jason Voorhees. Now, I'm not going to open this up and show you the details because I reviewed it on the channel. Go back and check that video out. But this figure is epic. You get Jason and all these cool poses you can do. It comes in his zombie form. But in this one, you can see Jason unmasked with his mask breaks open. You can see Jason with his classic weapons such as the weed whacker, saw blade, whatever you want to call it. This is my 2021 entertainment figure of the year from Friday the 13th. It's the NECA release of Jason Voorhees. So bravo NECA, this is one of the best figures ever. So my last two awards are kind of special to me. They go to two people that have helped me out on my YouTube channel recently. The first is the person who wrote and directed a fan film, and this is going to be my award for the 2021 best fan film. There was a couple choices. I'll even let you know that I liked It's Me, Billy, which was a fan film for the Continued the Black Christmas story. That sounded funny, Christmas story, but either way, you understand what I mean. But this one continued, like I said, Friday the 13th, Part 7. It's a movie called Roseblood, and it was written, directed, produced, funded. Well, he did the Indigo campaign, marketed, and starred Peter Anthony. You can check him out on the channel. He participated in the first episode, the official episode of Jeffman 316 Live that I just did. I streamed about an hour-long interview with him. He was a great first guest. I am giving Roseblood, specifically Peter Anthony, the cast, and everyone, my Jeffman 316 Pop Culture Award for Fan Film of the Year. Like I said, it's called Roseblood. It's a Friday the 13th fan film. It's excellent. I've got three requirements that I always say that I go into a fan film looking for. Number one, originality. Number two, how respectful they are to the source material. And number three, how resourceful they are with the limited budget that they get. And he hits it out of the park in all three areas. Everybody involved in this process and that project did the best that they could have possibly done. They hit it out of the park. And I know Peter is so proud of this and the work that they did. You could tell from the interview that we did. So congratulations, Peter, and the cast and crew of Roseblood, because you win my Jeffman 316 Pop Culture Award for 2021 Best Fan Film.
This is Peter Anthony, writer, director of Friday the 13th, Roseblood. On behalf of my entire cast and crew, I would like to thank Jeff for the honor of bestowing upon us the 2021 Best Fan Film Virtual Award. Yes. Thank you so much, Jeff. What an honor it is to receive this award. And I hope that the horror community continues to support fan films like ours in the future. Thank you again. Jeffy. I got a Jeffy.
So the last award is going to be what I call my 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'm going to give that to a special guest that I also had on a live stream that I did. So the 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award, he gets a Jeffy for Lifetime Achievement. On the Jeffman 316 Pop Culture Awards goes to David Sterling of Sterling Entertainment. He's been producing B-movie classic horror movies for almost 30 years. Shh, don't tell him I said that. No, we were joking around that on the live stream. Go check it out. But he's got some great classics like Things. Most recently, a Joe Sherlock box set that he released on Blu-ray and DVD. I know him most famously for Camp Blood because I'm a sucker for those old B-rated horror movies. And he made, about a dozen of those. He told us how some extras about how that series is going to go in that live stream, so go check it out. So just because of how long he's been contributing to the horror community, I'm giving my 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award to David Sterling. And I'll insert a little clip from that right here. So you, David Sterling, you're the winner of the first prestigious, hopefully years down the road, this will be a very prestigious award. You're getting my first Lifetime Achievement Award for all the great quality B-horror movies you've helped produce and create over the last couple decades. We won't say how long. So congratulations, cool. And I really appreciate you coming on. I know it was last minute, but thank you so much for all you've done for the horror industry, and I really appreciate the time you spent with me.
Thank you, and I appreciate it.
So that's it, YouTube. That's the 2021 Jeffy Awards. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked some of the choices I made for Best of the Year, and I hope you might have agreed with the few Worst of the Years that I threw in there. But if not, let's enjoy the chatter. Put some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my choices, and let me know what you think you would have picked in some of the categories that I gave. But with that being said, before I close it out, I want to thank all you guys for the great support you gave me in 2021. I couldn't be doing this without great people like you watching my content. And here's for great things for me and you in 2022. So until the 2022 Jeffy Awards and all of the videos that I'm going to make from now and in between that, I just want to say, like I said, thanks. And this is Jeffman316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there. And here's to a great 2022. I hope we all have one.